Hey everybody, welcome back to the Skookum Report, all you out there in Skookum land. This is a short encounter story I got for you this week. It comes from Anchorage Borough, Turnagain, Alaska. This was in 1955. And comes from Bobbie Short's material, and as always, I want to thank her friends and family for allowing me to have it on the Skookum Report. I appreciate it very, very much. She was an awesome lady. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. It says, "Greetings. This is a story my mother told me a few times while I was growing up. I recently asked her to tell me the story again so that I could post it online. I would appreciate any thoughts on what it could have been." She said, "My mother was one of 12 children who were turned over to an orphanage in Turnagain, Alaska. There were no other children in this home, and it was apparently run or managed by a priest. We do not know the year the children were surrendered to the orphanage. In or around 1955, my mother would have been 7 years old. The bedroom assigned to the female children was in the attic, with an attic storage access door leading from either side of the bedroom. There were 4 children in this room, 2 of which slept on a bunk bed and 2 on a full-size bed. My mother had the top bunk. The people who ran the orphanage had started saying to the children that if they saw or heard anything upstairs in their room, to wake them up immediately and they would kill it. My mother's sisters had told her several times that if they ever saw the creature, to not be afraid. It would not harm them. She thought they were trying to scare her. One night my mother was awakened by a noise, and as she looked down from her top bunk, she saw a small creature walking upright across the room. She describes it as no more than 2.5 or 3 feet tall, and it was shaped like a human, completely covered in very dark, long hair, with limbs not disproportionate with its body. Because it was nighttime and she was only able to make out the features as the moonlight through the window allowed, she was not able to clearly see its face, its hands, or its feet. She watched this creature in terror while it walked around the room. She saw it struggling, trying to reach the covers on the lower beds to apparently cover the children up. That's incredible. When the creature started trying to climb to the top bunk where my mother was, she yelled, 'Stay away from me!' And when she did this, the creature appeared very shocked and that she was awake and that she had yelled at it. It abandoned its attempts to climb up to the top bunk, and it was later seen by my mother trying to take the skeleton key out of the bedroom door. It apparently really wanted the key because it stood there a long time trying to get it out of the door, but it never succeeded. She did not see the creature leave the room. However, one of the attic storage doors was out of her line of vision. A few weeks later, the children were told to bring some army rations out of the attic storage space. When they went to retrieve them, they found several ration cans open and discarded in the far corner, or one of those spaces at least. She thinks that there were more than 12, but less than 20. None of the children had reason to sneak any food, so they were not likely suspects for the presence of the empty cans. That was the only encounter my mother had with the creature, much to her relief. Now, my mother isn't one to tell fantastic stories, and she's 62 years old now. She's educated and a very hard worker. She has no illnesses and takes no medications. She has never told any wild tales, and she has also never tried to seek any attention with this story. In fact, there are very few people she has told it to. My mother was adopted when she was 9 and taken from her siblings to Oklahoma. She never again saw or spoke to her siblings until 1997, where she had a purely chance encounter with her older brother at a tribal meeting. When they began talking, they did not know they were siblings until one of them mentioned having grown up in an orphanage in Turnagain, Alaska. It didn't take many more sentences after that for them to learn that he was the child born before her. How about that? Within hours of this meeting, while they were still talking about the orphanage, I asked my uncle if he remembered seeing the creature. His face lit up and he described in detail the same creature my mother had. They had only been talking for a few hours and did not have time to coordinate a fabricated story. Now, I've always wondered what this creature was, and so has my mother, and I wonder if anyone has any ideas. Signed, Tina Clark. That's an incredible, oh my God, imagine being on the top bunk, a little kid, and you see this little creature walking around your room and trying to climb up to your top bunk. I'd have to change the sheets, I can tell you that much. Now, Bobbie Short has a little side note here, and it says, in early 2009, the story that we just heard was turned over to Rob Alley, an author of Bigfoot in Alaska, with the promise that he would follow through on it. But to my knowledge, nothing was ever done to investigate it, and I further decline his request to add this report to his second book. Signed, Bobbie Short. Man, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Another Skookum report. I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you or anyone you know has seen or heard anything and had an encounter with a Bigfoot, and you'd like to have it on the Skookum report, just write it down and shoot it off to me in an email at skookumreport@gmail.com. That's skookumreport@gmail.com. And I'll be sure to get it on the show for you. It's not a problem. It never is a problem. I guess that's it for this week. Don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to hear more. Let's see, leave a comment, say hi. We enjoy talking to you guys. We always enjoy meeting new people. And I guess that's it for this week. So I just want to say God bless and take care, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye-bye.